Hello and welcome to another wonderful edition of Go Ellsworth. Today we're here at Robsons Card and Gift Shop in downtown Ellsworth, Kansas. I'm Tami McGreevy, the Executive Director of the Ellsworth Area Chamber of Commerce. And I'm here with Ken and Alice Robson, the owners of Robsons Card and Gift. We're excited to be here today to just talk about what we have available in downtown Ellsworth at Robsons. They are a staple in downtown Ellsworth, and of course we are so excited to have them in Ellsworth and just to be here to talk about several things. So thank you for having us today, and thank you for just being in Ellsworth and being such a part of what downtown Ellsworth is.
You're welcome. We're glad to be here.
Thank you. So what I'd like to start with is tell me a little bit about the history of your store and how it all came to be.
Okay. 35 years ago, we purchased the building from the business from Callie Reber. She had had a Hallmark store for 7 years, and she had purchased it from Grant's Bookstore. Hallmark has been a presence in Ellsworth for over 80 years.
Wow.
So it's not a newcomer by any means, but we were just amazed to be able to start business when we did, and we've been able to expand and just appreciate everyone supporting us and being here for us.
Perfect. So I can remember even coming into Grant's store. But tell me, when did you begin like office supplies and that kind of thing? There weren't office supplies in the store at that point when you purchased it. Am I correct?
Actually, there were.
There were. Okay.
Even back to Grant's, they were a part of the books. When you would buy school books in a downtown business, they provided that service,
yes.
And the office supplies went with that.
I see. My memory's not very good. Go ahead.
It was kind of in the back room, and
Right.
It wasn't as visible as some other things, so that's part of it as well. And we were able to knock out some walls and make it feel more like a part of our business mix and our product mix.
Perfect. So Ken, I'm going to go back to you because I talked just the other day with someone who didn't realize that you actually make rounds every Wednesday. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Again, that goes back to continuing the history that Callie had provided to her customers, and she would go out one day a week and take orders for office supplies that were needed and then deliver them back the next week while getting an order for the following week. So however it was needed, and we have just continued that, and has grown and has been an important part of the office supply segment within our business.
Which is wonderful. You just don't see that. Obviously, we don't see that in the big box stores, and we don't see that in the big towns and cities.
Yeah.
But that's part of good hometown customer service that we know and love right here in Ellsworth. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
When I shared that with somebody, they were like, "He does what?" I said, "Absolutely. If you don't see him running his route on Wednesday morning, you just need to get to be a part of that." So they're very impressed by that. So tell me a little bit more about Hallmark. We know you're a Gold Crown store here, and I don't think, again, the public doesn't realize what that entails and how that's kind of certainly a dying breed, if you will. Doesn't happen everywhere at all Hallmark stores. I'd like to know more about the Gold Crown and what it takes and how involved you are in that.
In order to be a Gold Crown store, you have to meet certain criterion that is above and beyond just having Hallmark products in your store. It includes a certain amount of footage. It includes a certain amount of product that is required to have. Things have changed over the years. Some requirements have relaxed a little bit, but it's still a step above. And we are required to keep up that image because that's what Hallmark is when you care enough to send the very best. And so you want to put your best foot forward. We were able to become Gold Crown in the early 90s, and it has been a very wonderful advantage to us because there's national advertising that backs the product, and that it's just worth doing and worth having. There are only 5 independent Gold Crown Hallmark stores in the state of Kansas now, whereas every larger town used to have one. That is not the case anymore, for many, many different reasons. But we have been fortunate to continue on in the Gold Crown system.
Which is amazing to me. So by being a Gold Crown dealer, is that an appropriate term, I guess? Is that okay?
It's okay.
By being that, you bring in people from miles and miles away, correct? I mean, how far away would you say?
The Hallmark keepsake category does draw people, especially from out of town. Pretty strong customer base from a 60-mile radius.
Wow.
Again, we have some people, probably because of family connections, that will reach out to us from a farther distance. But we get people easily that drive 60 miles from about all 4 directions.
That's just amazing. And of course, when those people come, though they come and visit your store, I'm sure that they take some time and spend some other money in this town.
Absolutely.
Which is such a beautiful thing. And I know you send them other places and they probably maybe eat a bite somewhere, get some gas, whatever it might be. It's just a wonderful thing. So that you keep that up and you keep that beautiful Gold Crown image is a wonderful thing for Ellsworth as well. So we really appreciate that. So you touched on the ornaments. I'd like to talk about that next. Is Gold Crown part of that whole ornament collection as well?
Yes. There are Hallmark ornaments are available in a lot of different avenues. Walmart carries Hallmark ornaments, so does Walgreens, other big box stores. But Gold Crown stores have exclusive ornaments that can only be found at Gold Crown stores and often not even online on Hallmark.com. So that's what the collectability is, that these are exclusive ornaments that can only be found. And most of the time, a first of a series, maybe an ornament series will go on for 3 years, maybe it'll go on for 5 years. We have one series that's been on for 39 years. So people get that particular ornament that's different every year for 39 years.
Oh my goodness. And collectors they are true.
They are true, absolute, dedicated collectors, and they are waiting at the door when we open up for our premiere day, which happened to be July 14th this year. And they are waiting, and they have their lists in hand, and they know exactly what they want.
So we had that premiere day on July the 14th. Then is there a second kind of rush, if you will, with other ornaments?
October the 6th is I believe is the first weekend in October, okay. And that will be the next one because another roughly 100 ornaments will be released again. And so yes, there will be more people coming for that. Hallmark offers with their reward card program more points, bonus points on those days. So it is definitely to their advantage to buy their ornaments on those special days.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so behind me there is, you brought a keepsake ornament for us to look at?
I just brought one this time. This is the 45th anniversary piece. Ornaments have been in place with Hallmark for 45 years.
Oh, wow.
So this is their commemorative piece.
I see.
And to have a series going for 39 years, you realize that's a long time.
Yes.
Most of the life of it. This one happens to be the Rocking Horse, which was a very popular series about 10 years ago.
Wow. That's so cute. So they have all kinds of more ornaments that you'll see throughout this piece. We'll be sure and show you those. There's all kinds of other collectibles in the store. All kinds of different things in here, which we'd love to learn more about. So tell me something more about, like behind us, we have a beautiful willow tree, correct? Willow tree assortment. Tell us about those.
Willow tree are the faceless figurines that are just a timeless piece that can share joy and comfort to a lot of people. They've been popular for probably 10, 15 years now. Nativity pieces especially that people can add on to and continue to enjoy. They have because they don't have faces on them, you can just tell that maybe that reminds you of your daughter, your granddaughter, your grandson. Now they also have pets included. So there's different breeds of animals and cats and whatnot. So it just continues on.
Yes.
Many years ago, the Precious Moment line was very important, and that has slowed down a lot. But the birthday series, the monthly series, the yearly series are still among the collectors, and the dated ornaments at Christmas time.
Perfect. What else? There's plenty of stuff, all kinds of decor that you carry too, candles.
We have Yankee candles. We also have another line called Cheerful Giver. We have just found this line and we really like it. They employ people with special needs, and they always give back to their communities, which we feel like is very important. It is the farmhouse look, so it looks like a can of peaches, and it's a candle instead. So those have been really fun. It's hard to think about all the different things that there are. We also carry a line of toys called Melissa and Doug.
Yes.
They're classic toys. Many of them are wood, and they just never wear out, and they just sell themselves because of their quality, and we're very happy to have them.
Yes, those are great toys. I love to come and find those. They're educational usually, and they always have great timeless pieces.
They are. They're very good.
They are.
We have a small cooking section. We carry the Wilton Armatail. Looks like pewter cookware that you can either cook or freeze, or tabletop to freezer, whatever, and grilling. That's been a very good line for us as well, plus tea towels and different things for the kitchen, special occasions that are fun.
It's very good. You also have the service of having wedding registries, correct? So people can come in and register for gifts, which is a wonderful, kind of a dying thing also, I feel like. But it's so good to be able to come in and purchase that gift for someone who really wants a certain thing.
That's correct. As we know, a lot of times have changed, and a lot of people buy online. To be able to come in and touch and feel something and pick out something personally for an individual is very welcome to a lot of people. Sometimes people are registered in Salina, and for whatever reasons, it's not handy or convenient to go to Salina to purchase it. So that has been a good thing over the years. But like you say, it's also slowing down.
Sure, sure. Very good. Well, and as we just said, I had written down for myself gifts for the whole family. So I love that there are certainly great gifts here for the men, as well as the women and the children. It's hard to find sometimes those gifts for the man in your world or the men in your life. So there's a great section of gifts for men. Tell us a little bit about those gifts. Ken, your turn.
Again, it's hard to find those items. There's some books, some inspirational books. There's always the mugs. There's the little hand tools that you can do. We've picked up some of the souvenir items, so as far as the Ellsworth t-shirts and the Ellsworth mugs, those sorts of things are part of that.
Right.
And this is a Western town that appreciates the Western decor and the Western lifestyle, so we have some decor items that go with that theme as well. Yes,
which we really appreciate you having those available too. I get calls for those at the Chamber office, and it's nice to be able to say, you can find all of those right at Robsons. So I also see K-State and KU items, and those are always handy for lots of people, whether it be the graduate or the high school kiddo or the man in our lives. So those things are always great too. It's great to be able to just come right over and grab one of those kinds of items too. All right, so tell us a little bit more about your 35th anniversary that's coming up. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to do this particular show at this particular time, so that we can get out there and celebrate with you your 35th anniversary. Tell us about the weekend events.
Okay. The first weekend in August has been traditionally the Sidewalk Sale.
Yes.
And so we decided to go ahead and incorporate that with our anniversary. So we will be starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. We have grab bags that we make every year, and they are, you don't have a clue of what's in them. You buy them for $1 and they disappear quickly. So that's always a fun thing. But we will, on that day, we will be open and we will have a lot of sales going on, in-house sales, and we've got lots of things marked down for clearance and special. We will have drawings. We have lots of different items to be drawn, so we'd like to have people come in for door prizes, and we will have refreshments, of course.
Of course.
So we'll be glad to have, and we will be having this going on both Friday and Saturday. Sidewalk Sale may not be so much on Saturday, I mean, but Friday for sure.
Perfect. Well, we just, again, 35 years, we want to congratulate you and thank you again so much. That's just such a wonderful thing. One of the last things I want to talk about is, and we kind of joked about this, but the longevity of your employees. We've been talking I was talking earlier with someone else about how it's just been so hard for them to get employees. And on the flip side of that is the fact that Ken and Alice have trouble having employees leave them. Nobody wants to leave here at Robsons because this is like the greatest place to work. So you had employees here for how many? All 35 years.
We have one employee who's been here for 35 years. She works part-time. Our other ladies work however many days they need to, or we need to have them work. And they've been here 15 to 20 years, all of them. So we just have good times. We have parties together and just have a lot of fun. It's a lot of work to keep up everything, and we all decide kind of a division of labor. Who does the dusting? Who puts up the shelving? Because we have to change product a lot with all of the seasons, and so we make it a good time. Sometimes we have to come in the evenings. We have pizza parties when we do that, and it's fun. So, you know, now you know the truth about all the fun that we have.
It is a really fun time, and whenever I walk in here, you're greeted with a smile and a hello, and it always seems like a lot of fun. So, all right, anything else that you want to share about your wonderful store here?
Well, it couldn't have happened without our people here, without our loyal customers. People who choose to come into a brick and mortar store. Sure. And we have just loyal people who are good. It's like family. You get to know, you talk, you visit, you just share things that are going on in your lives. It goes both ways. And we can't say more enough about the people in our community. We love every one of them. And
very much a sense of community.
Yes. Absolutely.
And that's very enjoyable.
Yeah. It is a joy to come into the store. Sometimes I come in with a purpose, and sometimes I come in just because I need to chat. And so there's nothing more special than being able to come in and have a chat. Even if I come in with purpose, I don't leave without having a chat. And that's probably the most important thing and the most special thing about coming into Robsons. So thank you for being a part of our community and for loving us all and for just having what we need every single time. And if we don't get here what we need, it's amazing how you find what we need every single time. So if you're missing out, you don't see what you need here, I'm telling you, Ken and Alice can find it for you. So thanks so much for hosting us today, and we wish you the very best in the next years to come and whatever those next stages of life might be, because certainly after 35 years, there's got to be another stage down there somewhere. Hopefully not for a few more years, but we wish you the very best. Thanks so much for sharing everything with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.